Hey guys, welcome back. So since the last video, I decided to go do some other stuff in between because I want to kind of take a break before we delve into the next part, which I suspect is going to be the introduction to the horrific visions that were advertised. So I went to go ahead and do some other stuff because, well, as I probably mentioned already, we're now able to transmog our legendaries, and I wanted to go work on another one. And so I went to Ulduar. Some of you guys probably know exactly what I'm referring to already. And I got the last fragments I needed. Ta-da! I now have the unbound fragments, all 30 of them together. So once you get all 30 fragments, this is important for you to know in case you ever want to get this, and you combine them all together, it creates this, which sends you over to the Archivum, where Bron is, and you get this quest. Valinir, the Hammer of the Ancient Kings. Throw the shattered pieces of Valinir into Yogg-Saron's maw while he is casting Deafening Roar, and defeat Yogg-Saron and recover the reforged Hammer of Ancient Kings. This can only be completed in Heroic mode, aka 25 player mode, and only if at least one Ulduar Watcher is not assisting you. In other words, do it without any Watchers. Which, if you are farming the place for the mount, Mimron's Head, you're doing that anyway. So, the Archivum console has hinted at a possible way to rebind the fragments of Valinir. You must get the fragments inside the physical form of the being known as Yogg-Saron. It sounds like a long shot, but for an artifact of such power, you think the risk might just be worth it. So this is the legendary one-handed mace that it's referring to. You can even see it. That's how it looks right there. Kind of a cool, looking mace there. So, obviously the effect doesn't matter, but I imagine at current content this was pretty nice. It says it's for restoration elemental, though really this is for a healing spec. Your healing spells have a chance to cause Blessing of Ancient Kings for 15 seconds, allowing your heals to shield the target, absorbing damage equal to 15% of the amount healed. I would love to know how many people were actually able to somehow pull off getting this before ICC was released, and how many healers actually had this, because this is something that Holy Paladins could have gotten, Holy Priests, or Discipline Priests, Resto Shamans, and Resto Druids. Obviously, monks were not a thing in Wrath yet, but you could see a Mistweaver using this, so, at least back then. The idea was that the healing classes got to have a cool new legendary art, weapon to be able to increase your healing, so I now have to wait until I do that, because I got the 30th one on Yogg-Saron. I was like, oh, so I have to wait a week to try and finally get that legendary. Also, early today, before I wanted to record this, I decided to do some runs, some mount runs and such, and look what dropped for me. The Armored Raptor at 50 attempts. I still don't have the Panther, so I still have to go back there to get the Panther. But, yeah, pretty nice. Now, this isn't really that big a deal if you're playing on Horde, since you can get different colored versions of this, at Sen'jin Village if you're a troll. But if you're Alliance, this is a big deal, because this is one of the only Raptor mounts that an Alliance character has access to. So, pretty nice. Anyways, just wanted to show those off and brag a bit. So, anyways, let's go back to the Halls of Origination. Yes, mother, send me back. Let's see. Nagni's not with me this time, so this will be interesting to see how I can deal with this.
The cloak
Destroy the barrier.
protect you from the brunt of N'Zoth's power, but it cannot hold him at bay indefinitely. Do not tarry.
I'll try not to. Sanity! Speaking of Ulduar and Yogg-Saron, we basically have the sanity mechanic returning. Oh, great. Just ran right into that guy. When your sandy reaches 0, you can only revive if an ally donates their sandy through a sandy restoration orb or through Titanic evacuation. Wow, these things aggro to me very quickly. I'm now bloodthirsty.
The deeper you delve into N'Zoth's vision, the stronger his influence becomes.
It's too far away.
Even with the cloak, your sanity will erode more quickly, and your senses will begin to betray you.
Terror Tendril.
Beware the creature ahead of you. Its attacks afflict not only your physical form, but your mind as well.
I should hopefully be good, Rathian. Ah! Go get it, boys. Gotta avoid that stuff. Oh no! Ah! Oh, okay. I was afraid that was gonna be very painful.
This vision must center around the forge. Perhaps repairing it will end the nightmare. Head for the control chamber.
The one we were at before? Alright. Or maybe that was what it is. Nope, never mind.
You are too late.
Look at the console. N'Zoth never meant to destroy the forge. He seeks to corrupt it.
Well, yeah. Why would he bother destroying it when he could just make it him, you know, his own?
Forge belongs to the
Mother,
master.
see if you can bring our champion back to the chamber. We have much to discuss.
Teleportation device activated.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
Affirmative.
Removing the corruption from the halls of origination has shifted N'Zoth's attention elsewhere. The attacks on Uldum and the Veil of Eternal Blossoms continue to grow.
Impressive.
As unfortunate as the spreading corruption may...
Reception protocol. Thank you.
I would appreciate the opportunity to converse with you further on the matter.
Scheduling conversation for next available cycle. Please stand by.
Oh, yes, of course.
Rod Dandy, you have the hots for Mother? he sounds so shy and so like, oh, yeah, like he's clearly has a crush on her. I believe it provides us the opportunity to prepare for what lies ahead. Locate one of these incursions and see what happens when you peer beyond the dark veil. Okay. So doing this will get us either this or this. Okay.
The Black Dragonflight will be redeemed.
So I have to go to either the Veil or to Old Doom. Right, so that's the one at the Veil. I like how it has that, you know. Well, I don't see one here in Old Doom, so I guess we're going back to Pandaria. Which I don't mind. I never gonna mind going back to Pandaria. I was actually considering going to do runs of the, you know, for the mounts in Pandaria before coming back to do this. But honestly, what I want is access to being able to cleanse the corruption, because I want to get rid of the 60 corruption on this. Because let me tell you guys something. I put this on. Ignore the, you know, the corrupted look. Now, this is... So, I put this on for the Mimiron fight in Ulduar just to see, you know, if anything happened. The thing from Beyond is no joke. That thing one-hit me for like half of my health. That thing is no joke. So for the time being, I'm leaving that off until I can cleanse the corruption, and then I can put it back on. The equip spell thing is not that big a deal. I just realized what I did wrong. Oops. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not have that thing chasing me around and hitting me for half my health. No thank you. So I want to get access to the Visions of N'Zoth so I can be able to do that, to get more of those things that I need in order to be able to cleanse corruption from the items that I get. Because I want to be able to equip that, you know, item that increases my item level. But I can't because of the corruption. I watched some videos, including ones from one of my favorite WoW content creators, Preach Gaming. And he talked a lot about how, you know, because he spent a lot of time in the PTR with other people who were testing it, about how the corruption gear works now, and how it's pretty much a big balancing act. And it's especially going to be so for people who do things like mythic rating, about how high do they want their corruption levels to go, especially if they want to keep that on there for some of those special equipment buffs they get when they go into raids. And you know, he even said that the thing from Beyond was no joke at all, and that, you know, you do not want to just kind of like casually let your corruption stack like that, otherwise it's gonna be pretty bad. So
Travel safe.
yeah, I'm just gonna go up high, just kind of fly over. Just have to avoid hitting those worms, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so let's see. So, looks like at the moment there aren't any rares that drop a mount. In Vale, anyway. There are 2 that drop mounts in Old Doom. I just haven't seen them actually spawn, so I don't know what the spawn rate for those rares are, but then again, they are called rares for a reason, so... Alright, let's see. Ah, even the icon on the map changed. Oh, that is up for 5 days, it says. Oh, interesting.
Yes.
The howling winds that surround us may someday be drowned out, masked by these increasingly dark yet familiar whispers. Something must be done. Enter the darkness and strike down the enemy. Breath of Everlasting Spirit. Combine 3 of them to create the Token of Death's Mark, which can be used to infuse your heart with Breath of the Dying. An item created is based on the current loot specialization, and 2,000 more of the Coalescing Visions. And I was like, man, I'm getting a lot of these. And then I see that the cap is 25,000. So
Time is of the essence.
Alright, visions can cause adverse effects on the mind. You will be unable to enter this vision until your mind has been fully recovered. Resets daily. Do you wish to proceed? Sure. This sounds like a fantastic idea. Oh, it's the Eye of Sauron.
N'Zoth would see this nightmare become reality. Explore the area, but do so with caution, champion. I await your return.
There are other players in here.
I need a target.
Huh. Interesting.
It's too far away.
Ah. Ah, my sanity.
Far away. One falls, 1,000 more will take its place.
Well, you sound pretty cocky there, N'Zoth. Hey, Echoes of Morality. Good to know I can get those while doing this. And yeah, I appreciate the tip that I was given about the Bloodgate in Zuldazar. Half sanity. I've lost half of my sanity.
I'm out of range. I need a target.
There we go. I got all 20.
It's too far away.
What the? Huh. A guardian. Oh, gave me back some sanity. How nice. So that's how that one of those things that can work. Oh, okay. So you rescue them, they give you back a bit of sanity as a thank you. Okay. Well, I explored it and I completed that daily, so let's go ahead and exit out before I lose my sanity.
What business have you?
Your work will not go unnoticed, of that I am certain.
Hold your head high.
So I guess now I have to head back, yep, to the chamber. Alright. I'll just kind of put this over here. Let me go ahead and show you guys off my, show off for you guys my cool looking Hearthstone. I am the Eternal Traveler. Whoosh! That's a cool little extra Hearthstone effect you can have. It's basically a toy for pre-ordering Shadowlands. It'd be nice, an extra little teleport or something, just to get, quickly get back to the chamber. I mean, that's partly why I have my Hearthstone bound to the Great Seal, because it gives me access to a number of areas very, very quickly, including one to Silithus to the chamber. What's this? His recorded journal. Oh, wait, is this what I collected? Yep, this is what I collected earlier. Okay, never mind.
Do you trust me?
I believe it is time that we put this new knowledge to good use. It's recommending I pick this one more than this one. But then again, I already have a way, so that makes sense. It's corrupted. 35 corruption. Taking damage has a chance to increase your versatility by 728 for 20 seconds. The fabric of reality is torn, but there is no need for me to tell you that. You've seen it firsthand. It's only a matter of time before these realities become one, veiled in eternal darkness. Instead of hiding, perhaps it's time we embraced the darkness. With the help of our Titan friend here, we may be able to thread the needle of this reality through the fabric of another, creating a bridge of sorts. After all, the key to understanding an enemy's weakness is to understand their intentions. Speak with one to establish the tenebrous gateway in the Chamber of Heart, which gives me access to the horrific vision.
Every action has consequences.
Contamination levels nominal. Departure acknowledged.
The Forge of Origination was built to remake Azeroth, according to the Titan's design. But if N'Zoth corrupts it, he could use the Reorigination Protocol to transform Azeroth into the Black Empire. We must bolster your cloak's resistance to N'Zoth before you enter Nyalotha, and we will turn his own scheme against him in the process.
I now have almost the entire LFR set for the Nyalotha. They really want you to like these sets. So let's see what happens if I put both of these on. Because I now have... Oh my gosh, look at my form. Look at my form. That's not even purple. That's like red. This is like super corrupted. 60 corruption, 80 corruption. All damage taken is magnified and healing received is reduced, increased with further corruption. This is the detriment of having all these corrupted items on you. Can you imagine how devastating this is to have all these, defects come into play, especially if you're in the middle of a tough raid? Yeah, no. No, I'll definitely be cleansing these.
Gateway construction complete.
Speak your mind.
Oh, I can now do this. I would like to exchange my coalescing visions and corrupted mementos. Alright, now let's see. Vessel of Horrific Visions. Gouged Eye of N'Zoth. Twist latent corruption into a socket on equipment that does not already have a socket. Requires the achievement, we have the technology. a backpack. A black dragon scale backpack. That's a nice little transmog for your cloak. So now, instead of a cloak, you can have a backpack. Oh, that's wonderful. And a mount. The Wicked Swarmer. Let's go ahead and double check what that looks
legacy.
like. Ugh. Oh, he's a cutie, isn't he? Gosh, I don't think I see myself grinding all that stuff to get that.
You stand before the Black Prince.
Alright, the time has come for us to confront the darkest of these manifestations. With our connection secured, it is time for us to breach the veil and discover what lies beyond. What you find may provide us the key to unlocking our success. Enter Horrific Vision and discover what dark manifestations await in a world ruled by N'Zoth.
Never let your guard down.
Sure. Oh, wait.
We need only introduce a nominal amount of corruption into the chamber to link our reality to Nyalotha.
A nominal amount? Lad, have you lost your mind? We'll be doing N'Zoth's work for him.
I admit that this is a risk, but it is one that we must take. Mother can cleanse the corruption once our champion returns.
Okay.
Accessing breeding database. Hello.
How do I...
I have been expecting you.
Oh.
Learn
Wait a minute,
from the
I already
past.
have this.
Look to the future.
Oh, I have to trade these into him. Oh.
Intertwined.
Do I? Wait a minute. Oh, you have to do it as part of the quest line, just to let you know how it works. Gotcha. The Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar.
Driven mad by N'Zoth's whispers, Thrall believes that the elements warn him of a disaster that only the old god can prevent. Now all of Orgrimmar drinks the blood of N'Zoth, twisting the Horde into a frenzied war machine.
Hi. Wow. That's... Yikes. That sounds awful. Oh, man. If I can, I'll try and show you what the Stormwind version is for the Alliance in my Alliance playthrough.
We meet again, champion.
We stand at the edge of N'Zoth's vision. Once you embark from here, you will be immersed in his influence. Brace yourself. You are about to witness terrible things. Remind yourself that this is all an illusion. When you are ready, we shall sacrifice the vessel and continue our mission. Show me the map of the vision. So this is supposed to, this is the map of the corrupted Orgrimmar, as you can see in the future. So let's see here. Help Zakan save Orgrimmar's shamans. 8 sanity is corrupted area. 8 sanity is drained per second. Dark. Delusions pursue you. Touching them inflicts 4,000 shadow damage and stuns you for 4 seconds. The area is very challenging. Upgrade the Shroud. This is where Thrall is in Gromhold. So, I've already found this out. The idea is that it's going to be a challenge. The more you upgrade the cloak, the more you'll be able to branch out here and be able to take down optional bosses to get you more rewards. The more of these you take down, the more rewards you'll get for doing these. But the most important thing you have to do early on, make sure you give yourself, that you take down Thrall. Because once you beat Thrall, you beat the Vision. to end the vision. But you have to make sure you beat Thrall, because if you don't beat him and you run out of sanity before you have a chance to beat him, you don't get the upgrade for the cloak that Rathian needs. So you would be stuck at the previous level until either the following day or the following week, depending on how that works. So the idea is, especially early on when this, during this initial time, make sure you beat Thrall. As you level your cloak, you'll be able to try and have a shot at taking down maybe another optional boss, like evacuate Corona and the civilians, help Gaera get revenge. That's interesting. I wonder what that is. Like, does she get revenge against who? Sylvanas? Defeat Rexar and his creatures. Oh my goodness. So I'm pretty sure for this initial one, the idea is that we're just going to go straight after Thrall. You'll see here it says 6 sanity is drained per second, compared to these areas, which is 8 sanity, 12 sanity, and 12 sanity. So you definitely do not want to be going here or here this early on. You definitely want to, at least for this initial one, I'm just going to go for Thrall. I'll worry about, doing these other optional ones here later. But right now, we're just going straight for Thrall.
Azeroth faces many threats.
Ready to enter the vision.
I must uphold my father's legacy.
Look at what N'Zoth has done to my city. Oh gosh, my health. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I should probably take care of those shaman over there. Oh gosh, what? Ah! I got turned around. Oh, because of this totem. I think I'm fine. Oh gosh. Come on. Okay. Come on, let me in.
The elements have spoken. Azeroth is you will drink or you will die.
Shockwave.
The blood of the old god is our only salvation.
Oh gosh.
Obey N'Zoth.
Shockwave.
Oh gosh, my sanity.
Shockwave. Watch your step.
Obey N'Zoth.
Shockwave.
Oh gosh. Wow! Holy moly.
Critical corruption levels detected. Initiating evacuation protocol.
I was not expecting that.
Our sorties into N'Zoth's mind place you in immense peril. We must push further into the visions, but not if we lose you to madness in the process.
Wow. I thought my sanity was fine. Turns out it wasn't.
It seems our fates are intertwined.
You've done well, but do not let what you have just seen play you for a fool. Even the safety of this chamber can create a false sense of security. The mind is easily manipulated.
Azeroth faces many threats.
Opens. The path made clear.
That voice! Where's it coming from? I speak for Azeroth.
Did you hear that as well? That cannot be good. If N'Zoth gains access to this chamber, we'll all be done for. We need to figure out where he's accessing the chamber and shut it down before he does more than just whisper at us.
Back to work.
I think I know where it's coming from.
The sleeping city awakens.
Uh-oh.
The Black Empire reborn.
We're under attack! Protect the chamber! These stones are tales.
You stand before...
I like that Ebonhorn is here helping out. Ah! Ouch! That... Wow, that immediately killed me. The damage from that on the ground. Oh my gosh, I am taking so much damage.
The obelisks are what anchor him here. We need to destroy them.
I'm trying, Rathian. I'm just a little distracted by getting constantly attacked. Look at all these enemies.
My eternal vision made real.
There's no end to them!
Oh. Horrified, horrified, horrified. Nope. So much damage. Oh my gosh, I'm dead again. Finally. Gosh, Shaman is not great right now.
We're going to lose the chamber! There's no way to stop him!
There is always a way. Save our world, champion. No matter the cost.
Raden?
He's gone.
If Raden has been pulled into Nyalotha, N'Zoth's vision made real, then I do not envy his fate.
Well met.
What have we done? If it weren't for Raden's sacrifice, N'Zoth would have had the chamber, and Azeroth would have been his for the taking. I cannot believe that Raden sacrificed himself to save us. We cannot give up on him. There must be a way to find out where he went. Let's see if Mother can track him down.
Remember your duty to Azeroth.
We meet again, champion.
The information that you have gathered has allowed us to better understand these manifestations. I believe that Mother is willing to share some of her findings with you. Aha, the other talent thing I've heard about. The knowledge gained from these visions afford us a unique opportunity to further protect one's mind from corruption. To continue our research, we must investigate the deeper mysteries of these experiences. Seek out those of power within these visions. Should you come across anything of interest, do not hesitate to share your findings. In the meantime, Mother and I shall continue our research here in the chamber. We await your return. Aha. Right here. This is what... Yeah. This is what I was referring to. The upgrade.
Until next time.
Okay. I feel like I need to repair my stuff after that.
Do you require
A lot of things I can talk to her about. Can you bring the archives online?
error? Exit routine not compiling recorded Titan research. Data archive now accessible.
Alright, let's see. These cost corrupted mementos. Okay. In horrific visions, enable sanity restoration orb use. The orb revives all nearby allies and restores their sanity. Up to 3 sanity restoration orbs can be summoned in a single vision, and orbs summoned by any player in the party count against this limit. So this will allow me to be able to use those, orbs to, like, refill up my sanity before the fight against a boss, like Thrall, for example. Upon losing all your sanity or health, you revive instantly and gain 500 sanity and full health. Occurs only once per vision. That's really nice. Oh, look at this. I imagine some people saw this and they were like, oh my gosh, they're bringing back the talent trees from Classic. Because look at this. In horrific visions, reduce damage and taken and increase damage done by 5%. Each ally within 100 yards reduces the amount by 1. Increase all party members' maximum sanity by 50. The first revival that you perform on an ally costs no sanity. Able to see and loot treasure chests in tainted areas. In horrific visions, defeating an elite enemy restores 200 sanity. While above 50% sanity, your damage done is increased by 4%, while below 50% sanity, your damage taken is reduced by 4%. Killing an enemy grants 1% increased movement speed and haste for 60 seconds, stacks up to 5. Okay. So I think that's instantaneous. Okay. I wonder if that's going to be something that just shows up on my, board to use it.
Contamination levels nominal.
Okay.
Farewell protocol
That's done.
activated.
Can you let me cleanse this now? Yes. Alright. Good. Purify. Purify. There we go. So the corruption is now gone from those 2 items, which means I can now
Acknowledged.
put them both on. Excellent. So now my item level is up, and I don't have to worry about corruption. Yes, I do lose those, Okay, so this does still have corruption on it. where you gain Void Ritual. But right now I have 0 corruption because I have a 15 corruption resistance, so I don't necessarily have to cleanse this. Giving your spells a chance to increase all secondary stats by 7 every second for 20 seconds. I've heard a lot of people say that this Void Ritual thing is actually really, really strong. I also noticed that my durability is down, which makes sense. I just got killed a couple times. I need to repair my gear. So, alright. So, yeah. I lose the equip buff, but I'm okay with that. Because right now I don't mind, you know, doing that so I can be able to actually just kind of keep increasing my item level. So.
Accessing breeding database. Hello.
Do I kind of want to do the vision thing again, but I don't know. At the same time, it's like, oh gosh, I need to save Raden. I'm going to decide on this when we come back. Stay tuned.